Hi guys, Dean of DVD here. Top 10 Criterions in my collection. These are just my favorites, ones I would recommend to others to pick up. Let me just say this, it is 80 degrees in the house, probably a little higher. Our air conditioning unit went, and we're waiting for a part. And of course, it's summer, it's hot, everybody's air conditioning is screwed up, and we have to the 23rd to wait to get the air conditioner fixed now. Part just came in, but they're backlogged. So, it's hot as hell. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that other than I keep my hair short, my beard trimmed, along here especially, and try to stay cool. Ice water. Went to the doctor today. I was afraid I had high blood pressure because my wife had high blood pressure and she's on some pills now, and I've been taking the mobile unit, or whatever you want to call it, this home unit we have. It runs on batteries. You put it in, you press a button, it does it. Hers is fairly accurate, but as we learned today, mine is not. I'm between like 160 something over 90, and I was like, you got to get into a doctor. And so we made an appointment today. First time I've been to a doctor in like 3 years. Don't ask. And my blood pressure was 138 over 82, so I'm good. My wife can't believe it. Anyway, let's get to the top 10 criterions. I've got 3 honorable mentions, and the reason for that is twofold. One is I'm a huge music fan. In fact, these top 3 shelves on the shelves here to my left, probably your left too, I guess. These are all music shelves here. See the Beatles up there. There's Frank Sinatra over there. There's just a whole slew of things, all music related. And I've got CDs that, many of which have, like the Zeppelin one up here, which has a DVD or Blu-ray with it. So a huge music fan, and so I've got 2 honorable mentions. If you like music, I would recommend these quite highly. First one is by D.A. Pennebaker, who's known to do a lot of concert type and music type movies. So this one is the Complete Monterey Pop Festival. Now, there's 2 versions of this. There's this one and one that came out later. I watched both. For my money, I kept this one. I had this one, and Criterion sent me the newer one to review, and I sold it for a reasonable price to somebody. The booklet in here is better. I like the way this is laid out better, and I just like the look of this one better. But anyway, you've got Jimi Hendrix, you've got the Mamas and the Papas, you've got Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I mean, there's so many people in this thing that it's I don't want to say ludicrous, but there's a ton of people in here. There's a whole separate disc of Jimmy Plays Monterey, and Otis is at Monterey. There's a booklet that goes with that. And there's also a booklet, thick booklet, that talks about Janis Joplin, and there's a thick booklet here. And I love the booklets that Criterion puts out with something like this. This is a glossy page. Gives you an overview of everybody who's in the movie. Simon and Garfunkel were in the movie. The Who were there. Mentioned Janis Joplin. Just a, let's see. Mamas and the Papas, Canned Heat. Simon and Garfunkel. Eric Burden and the Animals. Big Brother and the Holding Company, that's Janis Joplin. Jefferson Airplane. The Who. Country Joe and the Fish. Otis Redding. Jimi Hendrix. And then there's lots more than that. But these are the main players. Yeah, great stuff here. And the Mamas and the Papas alone, just to see the band in their heyday in concert was amazing. Really good stuff. Highly recommend it. And it's a lot of fun to watch it. So that's Monterey Pop. Directed by, there's more people here. I thought a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. The Association, Al Cooper, the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, The Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, doing For What It's Worth. Come on. Amazing stuff. The disc is the single disc for the main show, and then a separate one, as I said, for Jimmy playing Monterey and Otis at Monterey also. Great stuff. I would compare it very favorably to Woodstock. So, that is Monterey Pop Spine numbers 168, 169. And again, for my money, it's this one, but there's a newer one that I don't think looks as nice, but it's not the packaging. Okay, that's one honorable mention. The other one is another music one. This one just came out a little while ago. Spine number 1062, 1062. That is the Rolling Thunder Review, Martin Scorsese film featuring the Bob Dylan review that took place some years ago. It's director approved. Great stuff, great songs. Really kind of an intimate look at this particular tour. Dylan maybe at his best, in my opinion. And the last one I want to, if I was including box sets on my list of top 10, which I'm not, this would definitely be in the top 10. But because these films are not related, I do have a couple on here that have multiple films, but they're all related. This one is not related, so that's why it doesn't make it. And that is John Cassavetes' 5 films. This guy made movies, started movies like Rosemary's Baby and others, to be able to make movies. He didn't want to follow the studios and what they wanted. It's a Spine 250, by the way, but includes 5 different movies. Great set. This is the DVD version. I never felt the need to get the Blu-ray. I like the size of, and I like the quality of this. Looks great on my shelf, and I've been under no desire to get the Blu-ray. Sometimes I do, and then I'll sell off the DVD. I don't keep both. You know, some people, true collectors, I guess, do that. I'm not a true collector. I don't want everything in the Criterion collection. I want what I want, and I'll try some things when they sound really good to me. When somebody else tells me it's great, or I read something that says it's great, or I know the movie, I just don't own it. But these were ones that I knew of, I'd heard of, I hadn't watched, and I love all 5 of them. So, Shadows, Faces, A Woman Under the Influence, The Killing of a Chinese Bookie opening night. And then plus something called The Constant Forge, which is kind of the biography overview of John Cassavetes. Died young. Okay, let's get into my top 10. These are in order, 10 to 1. So let's go, number 10. I'll try to be quick. These are 3 films by Richard Linklater, and it's Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. What an awesome trilogy this is. It and like a lot of stuff when it's the director's cut and as a cardboard thing here, I just open the end of the package and leave this on. I want to be able to show this, but I don't want to stick it on the cardboard for some reason. I don't know. Maybe some words going to start wearing off. I won't be able to get it off without leaving a really bad look to it. So I leave it like this. But anyway, 3 films filmed over, I don't know, probably 15 years, almost 20 years, of an actor and actress, and it's Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke. I like both of them. They're great in this. They really started to put input into the characters because they knew them. I mean, they lived with them for 20 years. And every 7 or 8 years, I guess, something like that, maybe every 5 years, they would get together and film the next part. So you're seeing a love story taking place over about 2 decades in real time and in movie time. Great stuff. I highly recommend the Before trilogy. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. Great stuff. Number 9. Let's just get this out of the way. David Lynch is friggin' weird. I love his movies, and I loved Twin Peaks. This is not Fire Walk with Me, but another one that he did, and much like all David Lynch's movies, they're movies that I watch it and I go, oh my God, what was he thinking? But clearly, he's got a brain that goes in different directions than most normal people. This is from 2001. It's probably his best overall. I don't think there's too much dispute about that. And that's Mulholland Drive, a love story in the city of Los Angeles. It says. A lot of nice extras on this. It's a director-approved edition. It's spine number 779. Trilogy was 957, 58, and 59. Okay, the next one is spine 422. I have the DVD of this also. I wanted the Blu-ray because it's just such a gorgeous movie. It won 9 Academy Awards unexpectedly in 1987. 165 minutes in color. Spine 422. And it's just got a ton of extras on it. It's just a great story. Story of Puyi. It's called The Last Emperor. So this is Bernardo Bertolucci's The Last Emperor. So great stuff. Filmed in the last Chinese dynasty before the emperor was thrown out. Takes the throne at age 3, just a child, and lives in the Forbidden City, where all the emperor and the emperor's people live. His guards, his army, I guess, of sorts. Yeah, great stuff. Cinematography, fabulous. Won 9 Academy Awards. What can I say? The Last Emperor. If you're not familiar with the movie, I would definitely check this one out. The next one is, a favorite of mine, spine number 7. Whoa, we're getting early on in the world here. This is the Blu-ray. It's a black and white film from 1958. It chronicles what might be the greatest tragedy in the history of maritime, and that is the sinking of the Titanic. Shouldn't have happened. All the reasons would say it shouldn't have happened. The boat was supposed to be exceptionally safe. A bunch of rich people took it to head from, I guess it was England to New York, right? Anyway, it's a night to remember. This movie's done so well. It doesn't overly dramatize anything. It's very true, likely to what actually occurred, based on all the evidence and everything. And it's amazing how many things happened in order for the Titanic to sink. How many lost messages, things that weren't seen, things that weren't people who weren't notified when they should have been. It's amazing. But great movie, a night to remember. Great example of how black and white can really pop on the screen. It certainly does. Next up, spine number 591. Great movie, and that's 12 Angry Men. Henry Fonda and a host of others in a great movie, taking place pretty much in one room. Great stuff. Next up is, this is Tokyo Story. 217. Story of an older, it's a generational story. Older couple, they're getting older, nobody wants them. They're trying to decide what to do with them. I went through this with my parents to some extent. Sad. This country doesn't do well with the elderly like a lot of other countries do. This one, spine number 11. Movie I saw when I was a kid and loved it. The Seventh Seal. Ingmar Bergman. It's the only Bergman film here, but it's a good one. Seventh Seal. Been spoofed, but it's a classic. Next at number 3. It is spine number, I think it's 541 if I'm looking at this. Yeah, 541. It is The Night of the Hunter. Robert Mitchum's best performance, probably. Charles Lawton's only turn of directing. Did a fantastic job, in my opinion. That's number 3. Number 2, spine number 2, Akira Kurosawa. And that is Seven Samurai. And finally, number 1, Kieslowski's Decalogue. Great stuff. 837, 10 1-hour long. There's a mini series of sorts. It's a movie, but it was a mini series also, I believe, where they had 10 different hour-long specials, each one depicting one of the 10 commandments. So highly recommended. Decalogue, number 1. That's it, guys. That's my top 10. Any of them would be good to purchase. I may do another one at some point, but with more movies I would recommend. But that's a good list for now. If you got some of those, if you don't have them already, you can pick them up. You'd be happy. Take care, guys. Until next time.